What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Sport Xposure Podcast. As you guys know, we are here to inspire sports stories, sport experiences, really create a safe space for student athletes. Today, we have a champ in the house and his brothers as well, all champs from this weekend. We have Keyshawn Davis, Keon Davis, and Kelvin Davis. Welcome to Sport Xposure. How you feeling?
Shit, feeling good, man. Crazy weekend.
I was about to say, y'all coming off a legendary weekend.
For sure, it was crazy. The night was crazy.
I bet. Y'all living it up in your own city?
Yeah, for sure. They showing us hella love, man, for sure. Like, they are just super proud of us, really. We can't go nowhere without somebody saying how much they proud of us, or just want to take a picture. So we love showing face. We love our city just as much as they love us.
For sure. And before we get into it, I always ask people, here at Sport Xposure, we're all about celebrating triumphs and learning from defeats. When y'all think about that motto on y'all boxing journey, what comes to mind?
Say the motto again.
Celebrating triumphs and learning from defeats.
Okay. I feel, that's a good one, especially for boxing, because like you're not gonna win, like especially in the amateurs, you're not gonna win every fight, or you don't even have to lose. You can still learn something from a fight where you don't do as good as you did in another fight. So I mean, Friday was the triumph part. Like we definitely celebrated triumph, but we had a lot of like trials and tribulations just even leading up into the fight that we had to, like you'll say as a defeat, but we just pushed through and just made Friday night that triumph part. You know what I'm saying?
Did anybody else want to add? No.
I feel like, I don't know, I'm going to just say, in my mind, I always say, like, a loss is not a loss, it's a lesson or a learning experience. Like,
for sure.
You always got to go back to the drawing board and just correct your flaws or whatever.
For sure, take the wins with the losses. Because everything ain't perfect, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have downfalls, especially in life, period. Mm-hmm. So,
for me, touching on it, I feel like when we do come across losses and stuff, I'm working on just, still smiling through everything. And because at the end of the day, the only thing that really matters in life is death or life.
That's real.
So it don't matter. It don't really, and whatever you're going through, it matters for the moment. But still smile, still, be happy that you're living. And we're here. And we just, as far as what we're doing for the city, man, just trying to reach out to, as much people that we can just to show them, like, look, this wasn't no cakewalk for us. This was, like, real dedication, hard work, and the devil trying to tear us apart, tear us down the week of the fight,
Yeah.
So we still turned out that night to be legendary for sure.
Shit, day of, too.
Yeah, the day of the fight, we going through a bunch of stuff.
Like our sisters.
We about to get into that.
Right,
we about to get into that. So coming off a legendary weekend for y'all, let's talk about the highs and the lows. Because, of course, we all see the highs. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of lows that come before we can get to that high. And sometimes in the midst of. So talk about some of the things y'all had to go through to get to last Friday.
For one, training camp. I wouldn't even say that's a low, but a lot of people don't. They just see, like you said, they see us fight and perform. But a lot of people don't know, like, the hard work we putting in prior to, like, training twice a day, every day.
3 times sometimes.
3 times a day some days. You know what I'm saying? Weekend, Sundays, you thinking some people take Sundays off. No, we're still working. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a lot on your mental and your in the physical aspect. So it's like 8 weeks of camp. It's like you almost like, not brainwashed, but it's like you so accustomed to a same routine of just getting up, waking up, eat, sleep, train. Waking up, eat, sleep, train. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy.
For me, man, like, I would say, like, a lot, like, I gotta, in terms of me just getting ready for this event, it wasn't just training camp for me. It was the business. It was, I gotta talk the top rank. It was, I gotta do the tickets. It was, I gotta put people all the way down to the Airbnbs, and like everything was really, for the first time in my career, everything was literally just ran through me. If I don't say it, it ain't gonna go. If I don't do it right, then everybody get messed up. You know what I'm saying? So this first time around for me it was definitely overwhelming. For sure. Like I'm saying, everything was just on me, and it was just super overwhelming. So it wasn't even just, for me, it wasn't just about just training. I had to train and then some. You know what I'm saying? I also had to promote this event. You know what I'm saying? I gotta figure out how I'm gonna catch the people attention just promoting this event. Okay, how I'm gonna promote this event around my brothers, because a lot of people tend to forget. You know what I'm saying? It's not me, it's DB3. It's not the businessman, it's DB3, and then it's the businessman.
Right.
I can't be the businessman without DB3, my family. So it's just really, for me, it's literally everything and then some that I just gotta keep up with. And how I do it is just, God is real, you know?
Yes, he is.
That's the first thing I said after I won. You know, it's like how you do it, what you do. I ain't do nothing. God did it for me, and I'm just a living example.
And like, I mean, another low, like you said, we want to dig a little deep like that, like training camp aside, another low before I even got to training camp. I just kind of didn't even really want to I didn't even care about boxing for real. Like, it wasn't just, I was losing interest. Like, I was like, man, it's just sad that it had to be a homecoming coming up this time. But like, man, I'm like, man, forget boxing, man. Like, I'm about to just do this and do that. But then I talk with my brothers, they're like, nah, Kel, just you work too hard to just try to give it all away. And you know what I'm saying? And we about to have a homecoming, this, that, and the third. So I'm just like, I got back on course, and then I just jumped in training camp, and then from training camp, I just took it like a week at a time, and then I started building that interest back, you know what I'm saying, getting myself back together. And then, I mean, I just feel like Friday night was a huge payoff for a lot of trials and tribulations for sure.
And I want to talk about trying to find that interest again, because a lot of athletes go through that, and that is a hard place to come out of.
Yeah. I mean, like he did say, like, because I had took 3 years off of boxing in 2015, came back into 2018. So that process of me coming back and then trying to play catch up to where I had to be, where I know I could be, it was just real hard. A lot of people telling me what I can't do.
Right.
You can't do that, or you need to go over here and train here. You need to leave Norfolk. Norfolk ain't nothing for you. This, and the third. I took all that. I listened to it. I use it as fuel to my fire. You know what I'm saying? People telling me what I can't do or what I got to do, but I know me at the end of the day, and I'm banking on myself. Feel me? So everything that they said I couldn't do, I end up doing it. So just me, like a couple months before this fight, just reflecting on how much hard work I did put in to get here where I'm at today. It's like that was kind of like a starting point for me. Like, all right, they right. You don't need to throw this away, and you did put in a lot of hard work to get here. You don't want to just, like, it's like I was saying, lose interest right now. Just stay with it, stick with it. And I mean, I'm glad I did for sure. And I'm back live again, and I'm ready for next year to get it going.
For sure. And I want to ask all of you individually, like, what was going through your head coming out? Coming out to fight. Yeah. Y'all in your hometown. It's a homecoming. Sold out arena. We ain't had a fight in this area in 30 years. And it's y'all. Y'all fighting next to y'all brothers. Everybody can't say that.
Right.
You want to start, Keon?
Me fighting my brothers on my first fight ever, being pro, my brothers, I just feel like it was crazy. Like we always grew up talking about it in the house when we was kids, was like for it to actually be here, and then for it to be my pro debut, Keyshawn's first homecoming, it was just crazy. Like, I can't really, you know what I'm saying, but we always be here. Like,
how you felt making that ring walk though? I want to know. I'm curious. Like right before you made that ring walk, you walking out the dressing room. Like, what was going through your head? No cap.
Let's do it. It's here. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, I felt all the pressure months before. Like,
I bet.
I was not, but when it was time, I didn't feel nothing. I was just like, it's ready to go. I didn't picture everything in my head. So it's like, it's here, like, let's do it type of thing. But
you look like it too. You look very poised out there. Like, nothing fazed you.
Mm-hmm.
You been here before.
For sure. And watching his fight, like you were saying how I felt before, this was my first time. Usually, like, I'm fighting before Keyshawn, you know what I'm saying? He like either co-main, this is first main. So Keyshawn watching me fight, but this was my first time I got the anticipation and the nerves for my little brother, you know what I'm saying? So he's fighting before me. So now I'm understanding how Keyshawn be feeling when I'm fighting. So it's like, because I'm always like, when I'm watching Keyshawn fight, I done already fought already. You know what I'm saying? So all my process is already done. Now it's time for watch Keyshawn show up, you know what I'm saying? But like, me getting ready for my fight and then still trying to be dialed in on Keon fight, and then they ain't letting me leave the locker room and stuff like that. So I got to watch it from the back. It was like I kind of got a little nervous, like dang, like I can't be out there, or just I hope he do good, and you know what I'm saying. Like I just wanted to see and be there. I feel like if I would have seen and be there, I would have been more calm, you know what I'm saying. But like just me not being there and being in the back, it just made me like clustered a little bit, you know what I'm saying. But I was happy for him more than my own fight. For sure. Like,
for sure.
I'm like, because I'm getting ready. We both in the locker room getting ready. We're like, so he going out. I'm excited. I'm like, man, I'm more excited than him for my own fight. I know what I'm going to do when I get out there. Because, like, this is like my 13, 14 fight. But this is first one, you know what I'm saying? So I already know how I feel to have a debut. And then a debut to that magnitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you coming out to a packed crowd or a bunch of people you probably know. You know what I'm saying? So I was excited for him, for real. Like, because you couldn't have no debut moment better than that, if you ask me. That's like a picture-perfect event. And then he showed out and displayed, like, real skill, real talent. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knock out this, knock out that. He showed everything else. Defense, IQ.
I feel like I'm 10 times better than that, though. But I was surprised on how much the crowd was liking me, though, honestly. Like,
really?
Yeah. Like,
You at the crib.
Like, I know that's what I'm saying. They gonna show love, but I'm saying like while I'm fighting and I hit the dude, like crowd going crazy. I don't know, like
They give you some ammo in your head.
Yeah, like, that joke turned me up. Like especially like I caught him that one shot. And I remember like he tried to hold me. I pushed him. He kind of fell a little bit, and I just ran down on him, started throwing some shit. And like the crowd was just going crazy. Like
definitely go crazy.
That joke turned me up for real.
Like for me, for sure. I was still in the hotel when he was fighting. So I'm watching on ESPN when he was about to fight, right? I was in the hotel still because they wanted me to just chill, relax, like rest my legs. But something telling me like, nah, F that. I gotta go.
Sure did,
I packed my bag so fast. I pulled up. Y'all see me running to the base. Damn, they're running to the arena. They want to record me walking in. Nah, F that. Like my brother in the ring right now. So once I got there, I ain't know they won't letting Kelvin out there. So it was like, damn, if I would decide to stay in the hotel, little bro went out there dolo.
Right, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But when Kelvin fought, I couldn't go, but Keon went.
Yeah.
So it was like a rotation. But for Keon, like for me, when I was walking in that jump, they wanted me to stay and stuff. Like I'm like, nah. So I seen his first round on the phone in like 30 seconds when I got there, right? So once the round was over, it's like we all do this. Once the round was over, he walking back to the corner. We made eye contact. He had the biggest smile right there. He was like, yeah. I was like, nigga, I'm here. I'm yelling. It's like I'm the main event.
Yeah.
And I'm already showing face because that's my little brother. Like he gotta be good at all times. In my head, he gotta be good at all times. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Y'all gonna. Hey. It's gonna be like that every time, unless Kelvin be out there. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody gotta be out there.
Because we feed off each other's energy, and when we see, it's a wrap. Right. It's a wrap.
And then usually they let us out there, but I already had my wraps on. They say once you wrap your hands up, you can't go nowhere. Because, boxing people try to do some slick stuff, put stuff in their gloves and stuff like that. So it's like, nah, you got your wraps on, you can't go nowhere. So I'm like, man, dang, I might cut these janks off. But then my coach was like, nah, because we ain't got enough time to re-wrap you, and you still got to get ready and stuff like that. So I'm like, he was like, just stay focused on your fight. So I'm like, all right, I do got to handle business too at the end of the day. So they had the TV back there. I'm watching this fight. I'm going crazy. They got the cameras in my face, you know what I'm saying? Just they trying to get like a backstage reaction because I can't be out there, you know what I'm saying? So it was a little different, especially for me, but it was cool. It was
then,
all right.
Like when I'm warming up, see, Kelvin was already in the backstage with me. I already knew he wasn't gonna be able to come out there and watch. So I'm thinking like, damn. In my mind, I'm like, where Key at though?
Yeah, I wasn't there yet. Yeah,
I'm thinking like, where Key at though? I'm like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I still gotta go out there and do what I gotta do. But after that first round, I seen him. I'm like, I don't know, something hit me like, it was like, okay, I just felt a lot more comfortable for real, like,
for sure.
It's just an unexplainable feeling for real.
But not like, I'm proud of him. Like, I'm really proud of him. He went out there and looked like a experienced pro in his debut.
He did.
In the crowd that he never fought in front of that much people before.
Right. So it's like he been there before, but this was his debut. and he showed that. Like I'm eager for him to see his next fight. Like on
it's
what
just the
level
beginning.
he take it.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like around what 5-6 fights, he gonna be ready.
Yeah, he gonna be there. Yeah,
He gonna be ready.
put him in the
but-
top 10, top 5.
For sure, it's all a process though. So I'm ready for his next fight just to see how far like the growth he take it. Because I noticed at the end of the fight, that's when he started
Getting
catching
real
his
comfortable.
his
Yeah.
rhythm.
In the
He started
fourth.
getting comfortable. He started getting meaner. You know what I'm saying? So if it was 2 more rounds, for sure that guy would have been out of there. But
Yeah.
like I said, it's all a process. And February we back at it.
Oh, this man just dropped it.
You heard it here first.
Terrible. He didn't even mean to though. Hey, that's crazy. I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna answer that question though. You was like, how you feel? Like, for me, how I felt, I was nervous as hell. Like, seriously. I was sitting next to my girl, like just like this, chilling with my gloves on. I said, look, man, I'm nervous as fuck right now. You gotta realize all of them just won and then put on spectacular performances. So now I gotta close the show. Literally, I gotta close this show. Like, I gotta go out there and perform. I can't just go out there and fight and give him
Right,
a little
yeah.
whoop-de-woo. I can't even make it a close fight. Because motherfuckers in Norfolk like, damn, can you let that nigga do that too? Y'all know how people in Norfolk
Get
is, you know what I'm
crib,
saying?
yeah.
You feel me? So I gotta go out there and it wasn't just, for the first time, I felt like I really had to go out there and perform, you know? And I was nervous as hell. Not only that, like, y'all don't know the backstage stuff that, and like Keyshawn, my managers and my promoters, like, Keyshawn, you know, when you do this, we got this next, and we got this next, and that shit gonna be crazy. Like, they telling me all type of big plans they got for me after this. But you know what they say? You gotta handle business first. That's terrifying. It's like, damn, like,
That's a lot.
it could be going just like that.
Yeah.
Everything we talked about right now, it could just be going like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, real life, like, one punch. You could just get, I hit dude with one punch, it was gone. Like, real talk, you know what I'm saying? So I was really nervous as fuck. I said, look, I told my girl, I said, look, but I ain't gonna tell nobody that though. Because if I tell them that, then the whole room in here gonna get nervous with me.
Yeah. It's a lot of pressure to put on a show. You are the show. And then
Right.
you at the crib with it.
Right.
And then you got your whole family backing you at the show.
Right.
That's a lot of pressure.
Right.
That's a lot of pressure.
I told my brothers, I said, look, man, even though like this day, even though they didn't main event, it was like how the crowd was, how the people love them. This was damn near like a main event for them too. But I told them, I said, look, when y'all in y'all lane, y'all main event for yourselves, like real life, Kelvin Davis a headliner, Keon Davis a headliner. I wouldn't tell them to bring that shit home first. I would tell them just main event somewhere else, and then bring it home.
Right.
Cause how I felt, I wouldn't want my brothers to go through that. No cap. That shit was hard as fuck. Your first main event and at the home, bro. I don't know. Fuck no.
But it's kind of different now though, because we fought at home already.
Right, but still, you right, but still, you gotta experience it for you to understand.
Yeah.
Just like you just said, now you understand how I felt when you watched Keon fight.
Yeah.
You just gotta experience it to really understand it.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel you because I said something to Bud when we was backstage. I was like, man, he was like, how you feel? Because I was like, bro, this past couple of days been a lot, bro. We've been here, pictures, interviews, radio.
Facts, bro.
I said I never really I had no time
That
to
shit
rest
tiring.
for real. Yeah.
Facts.
So he like, man, he looking at me like, man, you better get used to it. Like,
It's your life.
So you better get used to it. He told some not only that it's our first homecoming, he told some you ain't gonna do nothing but get bigger. So everywhere gonna be like a homecoming. You're gonna be fighting in this place and you still got all these fans. You're gonna be fighting here and everybody gonna steal. This is just the beginning. So I don't know what you looking like that for. Like,
Right.
so I'm like, all right. So he's like kind of words of encouragement, but still like tough love type
It's
of
your
thing. Like, well, you better,
reality,
yeah.
you better get right. You still gotta
shake
fight.
it off, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it was a lot. Like it was stressful for like it's a lot
Stressful
mental
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because not only is a lot y'all draining me mentally, I still gotta fight at the end of the day, and that's a big part. Boxing is a lot mental. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm here. Got to do this picture, this interview, and I never get time to sit down and process what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Until like the day of the fight, I didn't really get to process my fight until the day of the fight. Of course, I'm doing that in camp. Like Keon say, I'm going over the fight in my head, stuff like that. But like once fight week hit, I'm here trying to make weight. Then I gotta go do this interview. Then I gotta go take these pictures. Then I gotta do this. It's like everything at one time for sure. And then that just became a lot. Like so I kind of understand what you were saying, but because I'm pretty sure with me, it's probably 10 times worse with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're the main event for sure. But like, it was definitely stressful leading up to the fight. I was never once worried about fighting though, because like in the locker room before I came out, I wasn't nervous. I was ready, for sure. I wasn't nervous.
I can't relate.
Fighting just become second nature.
Yeah.
So like, I get a little nervous of the anticipation and leading up, and like all these people out here to walk out. I'm psyched more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, but once I get in that ring, it's like riding a bike. I already know what I'm about to do.
That's
time to go. You know what I'm saying?
Once I step in that ring, I won't feel me.
He gonna beat you. He gonna beat me up, or I'm gonna beat him up. You know what I'm saying? And that's not happening in front of all these people, especially my people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just knew what I was about to go do for sure.
It was already done.
Prepared. I was prepared.
It was already done.
Yeah, I was prepared to go to war, because I thought my opponent was gonna be on that, because he was a little shorter and I'm a taller fighter, so I thought he was gonna have to keep closing the distance and try to make me fight. But it was kind of like the other way around. So when he came out moving and stuff like that, he kind of threw me off for sure. So now I got to readjust my whole game plan, because for these whole 8 weeks, we fighting for this guy to fight like this.
And he didn't fight like that.
So I had to make an adjustment on the fly. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of challenging, but it was a good learning experience too at the end of the day.
It seemed like y'all feed off each other energy.
For sure.
Then like,
go ahead.
With me being a younger brother and like just following their footsteps, like I gotta make sure all my, like when it's my turn, I gotta make sure all my boxes checked too. Like, so it ain't gonna be no weak link. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they already doing it. They've been doing it for years already. And like me coming into this, it's a lot of pressure for me too. Like,
I believe it. And Keyshawn,
we built for this though, for real. Like,
for sure. And I don't like pressure either gonna burst pipes or make diamonds. You know what I'm saying? That like I done been through a lot inside boxing and outside of boxing. So it's like, once I get to fight, the pressure, that kind of pressure don't really faze me, because I done been through worse, for sure. I done been through worse, like life on the line. You might be here, or you might be here. You know what I'm saying? So like, boxing pressure don't really faze me, for sure.
Facts.
Because we done been through real life pressure, real life stuff, like trials and tribulations. So it ain't really
and
no
we
pressure.
really fight like I was no gloves. What you talking about? We really
y'all
do
fight
that.
around the crib still?
Like,
Or y'all just sparring?
Nah, just sparring. But I would
Okay.
say like we came up doing that shit.
Right.
Not each other. We didn't really fight, but like other people's school here and there.
Yeah, you know what I'm
basketball
saying?
court shit.
right. So if you growing up in the neighborhood and you fighting outside,
Ain't
once
nothing
you
put
put
no
them gloves
gloves,
on, like, you feel protected.
Second
You know what I'm
nature.
saying?
Right. It's better.
Yeah. For sure. So ain't because I done seen some scary fighters. Like, how you scared? Like, that's I can tell. You can
just
tell the
fought
difference
one.
between some people, right? You can tell the difference between some people that grew up in that type of environment and some people that just didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because like, they put them gloves on and they getting all scared or acting all, they don't want to take no risks or stuff like that. Like, come on, man. When you used to getting punched without gloves, I ain't saying used to, but if you had been in a street fight, like, you know what I'm saying? It's way more brutal.
Everybody around you, man, fuck that.
And then if you lose, in a street fight, if you lose, you the talking to he just whooped your, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like no different from boxing. It's just watered down. For sure.
Not watered down. But I want to talk about how your environment, how y'all grew up has influenced your professional career.
How did we grow up as an influence?
Yes, how y'all...
Our environment influenced us.
yeah.
Oh.
I can say like shit. We grew up in Broad Park, right? So the boxing gym was in Broad Park. So we literally was just walking to the boxing gym as kids. You know, our mother put us in the gym, but we started walking to the gym and like how we actually grew up. We had like Jamani in them house. We had Montreal house, Stacks house, Tay house. So we lived on Hanson Street out Broad Park, and it was like 4 to 5 different houses on that street, like full of kids our age. And you know, we in the generation where we all used to be outside.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? We
Heavy.
were playing outside, so we was all into sports, basketball, football, but we was the only ones that was boxing. You know what I'm saying? So once we get bored with those other sports, we'll bring gloves out Now the whole block fighting. Now the uncles fighting. Now every cookout we gotta bring the gloves out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we as on our street, we grew up like a family.
For sure.
And we still to this day still hang out with these same people. They are brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like they really are brothers. And I'm telling you, like it was probably like what 15 kids on the street every day. Like every day.
For sure, we playing football. I remember one time we used to 10 bikes, 10 people on a bike, we going around the block racing, whoever win, you know what I'm saying?
No
We doing
cap.
that throughout the whole neighborhood though.
Christmas used to be crazy.
Right. So it's like we
As kids.
definitely grew up like our street, our neighborhood, we definitely grew up as like one, a family, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And we won't into all that other stuff, I would say that people
Like the
neighborhoods,
violence.
you know what I'm saying?
The
Yeah.
violence, yeah.
We won't really into that. We was more so into the sports. And then
yeah.
like other neighborhoods respected that about us, you know what I'm saying? We just stay in
Stay in
our own lane.
Yup.
We ain't getting to nobody. We ain't doing nothing to nobody. But
And that's why the city love us so much, because we know like Norfolk, it had a lot of like, you know, different sides of the city going against each other, and they just know who we used to hang out, who we hung out with outside of our street. You know what I'm saying? They know who we hang out with, and a lot of those people was involved in those other things, but they always seen us as the boxers, and we never put our 2 cents in nothing. We never try to pick up a gun. We never try to do nothing to harm anybody. You feel me? It was a lot of occasions where different sides of the hoods that was beefing, like, literally beefing with each other. They was DMing me or messaging me on Facebook the same day, like the main guys. I never posted it like, yo, bro just hit me up, and bro just hit me up, y'all need to chill. No, I held that shit down. Like, you feel me? Just stayed out the way. You feel me? And that's why the city just love us so much. Like, we outside of that, we give back to the kids. We done gave out clothes. We done gave out boxing gloves. We done gave out, but we done did so much stuff for this two year run that we was only pro for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, we done did a lot for the community outside of just bringing it back to the scope. Right. But that's why our community love us so much, because they actually see us. If we don't do it, we're trying to do it.
Yeah.
Like with our boxing gym, like, it's not the best boxing gym in the world. I feel like it's actually, we need to do better. But at the end of the day, the city see us actually trying. They can actually come to our boxing gym and learn what we learn. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that matters for real, is trying, just, you know what I'm saying, reaching out to the city.
And like you said, we only been pro for like 2.5 years. A lot of people wait until they already make it and
or
already
retire.
there to start. We went pro and hit the ground running with that, trying to bring everybody up with us. You know what I'm saying? When it was a food truck, when we had community days, we had a lot of food trucks pulling up.
Right.
We got all the kids, and we just trying to reach out and give back the same opportunities that they giving us. We trying to give it to the city. You know what I'm saying? We done had ESPN come to I think they call it Zooski's. They do like
Downtown,
podcasting and stuff too. We had them come downtown and just spread the light in other places in the city.
Shoot, our media workout. ESPN was in there.
ESPN, like, we just trying to give back and give to the city, like, and show the city that it's for real and it can happen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so when the kids look back, when they if they was 10 years or 5 years from there, they be like, yo, you see me on ESPN? I was on ESPN that day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, that's gonna
It's
mean a
kinda
lot to them.
Pharrell Pusha did grinding out
Tower of the Park.
Park. I still got grown-ups that's my age to this day talk about, oh yeah, I was in that video. Or I think it was Fan Lay did one too.
Yeah.
Oh, I was in that video. So now we able to do the same thing that they did. Yeah, like he just said, yeah, I was on ESPN, or like he came out the Booker T band.
Mm-hmm.
Them high school kids gonna remember that for the rest of their life.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be on TV for the rest of their life, because social media ain't gonna do nothing but get bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
They gonna go back probably 5 years down there and be like, yeah, that was me beating the drums right there. Keyshawn did. Yeah. They're gonna be talking about that for sure. So it's like, we just showing the city and trying to give back at the same time.
We try to bring light to the city
for sure.
real.
Like, and I feel like Friday was a hell of a night doing that.
Legendary.
For sure. And I go on Twitter, boxing Twitter.
Yeah, I was everywhere.
We the talk of the boxing Twitter. Like,
Facts.
because for one, boxing don't have sold out events.
Facts. Talk about that.
Tickets, like, we done been to plenty fights. We able to, oh yeah, you can get in, bro. Yeah, you can, come on, you good. Because we can get our hands on tickets. But this, we couldn't get no hands on no tickets. So it's like, man, If you got it, you got it. If you
Sold out,
don't,
yeah.
you don't. Like, we can't do nothing about it because they thinking like, oh man, y'all can get us in, y'all this and that, the third. But it's like, nah, like the public really, they grab them tickets. So it's like, only way we can get a ticket if we take it from somebody
We
else.
buy it. Like I was buying tickets in my own damn event. Fight week, I'm like, damn, I forgot this because I'm really thinking, I got a lot of family and friends. Like, I'm thinking for like 30 people, no cap, like 30, 40 people. So I'm like, damn, I forgot you. Yo, buy a ticket. I'm buying tickets to my own event. You know what I'm saying? So crazy, unheard of for real. And not only that this was our first main event. We did $1 million gate, over $1 million at that. We did over $1 million gate, first main event.
No pay-per-view like that.
No pay-per-view.
At the crib.
At the crib.
So now they know, like, top rank know, like, first of all, I ain't gonna say it was kind of underestimated.
Yes,
it was kind of underestimated.
They said it
for sure. They underestimated, but now that we just did it, they know that we just set the bar high, and it only can go higher, for sure. Like, at this point, the scope probably not even big enough.
Facts.
For real.
But we got to do it again because that night was just so. And then businessly, they thinking like, all right, if we ever in the bind, we know we can throw a fight at the scope and get us some money. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's been done, yeah.
Because boxing don't sell out.
It don't sell out
all year. You don't have not one. It don't matter. Not just top rank. All over every platform of boxing. No sold out events. We just sold out the scope for sure.
11,000
so now,
people.
like people in Texas or people in Cali, New York, they seeing that was like, oh yeah, dang, they really got love in their
All
city
over the
because
world.
we done been to a lot of people homecomings and stuff like that. Some people get booed in their home city. Some people can't even sell tickets in their home city.
Y'all can't relate.
For sure. Like
them brothers out Vegas, them Mexican brothers out Vegas talking about how we just so unpopular, we just so this and so that. Like, man, proof is in the pudding, sir.
For sure.
Proof is in the pudding, sir.
So it's like a lot of people respecting it for sure. Like
Absolutely.
You gotta respect it. If you don't respect it, you a hater. Straight like that. You are a known hater. If you don't respect it, you a known hater, bro. Like, we don't dim nobody light. You know what I'm saying? We ain't throw nobody under the bus. We not them type people. So like all we do is show love. So if you can't just respect it or show love back, you a hater, bro. You hating, bro. For real.
I want to say this weekend is a testament to who y'all are as people because I ain't hear no chaos that happened this weekend.
That's what everybody was saying though.
It was all love in Norfolk.
Right. So it's like
Fact.
people
That's
really
not something
saying
we hear too often.
People saying we really bringing the city together because like you said, it ain't been no. I ain't even hear about a fight.
Not one. And they had
even
cops on every
Waterside,
corner.
because Waterside, we was kind of like, dang, it's gonna get crazy.
Yeah,
and
the Waterside was turned up.
But
was
like
crazy.
you said, it was still no violence.
It was nothing.
It was a violence-free night. So now us seeing that, like, dang, we really got the leverage and the power to really change.
Facts.
Now we got to think of different aspects on how can we change this.
Facts, because we ain't even think it's gonna be this big.
For sure, it was mind blowing for us.
Like Waterside, like I walked through the front door. Like I'm not trying to be all Hollywood and put me through the back.
Yeah.
No, I walked to the venue, walked straight to the front, out in front of everybody. My city love me. I'm not worried about nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gonna happen.
Right.
Walked straight to the front door. Everybody got in. We was lit up.
Right.
No cap. VIP
sure.
going
Came
crazy.
straight from the fight.
People was damn near trying to fight the security to let them
get in.
Like people was really like bum rushing the doors. I'm looking at this shit like, bro, this is not even niggas do that when Jordans drop. Like the latest, like back then, niggas used to die with Jordans. That's how that joint looked like. No cap.
Nah,
that joint was crazy, bro. Waterside was crazy.
Waterside was crazy.
Waterside was crazy. I thought,
sure.
you know, that when NSU homecomings, all that stuff, they always be crazy.
Y'all was about neck and neck
Bro.
and ready to shut that down.
I feel like I ain't
For
never
sure.
seen nothing like that
Because
before,
we was unprepared for Waterside too.
Facts.
We ain't know all the we knew, but they didn't. We was
didn't.
trying to tell them that, but they didn't know.
That shit still surprised me how crazy it was.
Yeah, it was a lot of pushing and going on at the door
Like,
for sure.
bro, like they was really trying to get in that jump, bro.
Yeah. And there
Like,
was
for
already a lot of
real.
people already in.
And we
there.
talk about Waterside. Waterside is huge, and
It
we still
is.
couldn't let everybody in.
That's tough. And y'all did that. Like, y'all brought y'all city together. Like, I'm going to keep highlighting that because that's something that everybody can't say, specifically athletes. And like y'all said, it's a lot of athletes that wait till they retire or they 20 years in to give back to the community or to even do anything for their community.
Right.
Facts.
But for me, as a former athlete, I was one of those athletes that always said, like, I'm not going to wait until I make it someplace to give back to my city. I'm going to do something immediately because when it's all said and done, I don't want to be the one that only pop up for the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Right.
Like, when we talk about this generation of student athletes, I feel like it's a lost art of seeing their icons in their city. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
For sure.
to
For
be able
sure.
to reach out and touch them. Like, I seen them. They was here. They was back in the city giving
Yeah.
back, you know?
For sure.
And that's something that we got to take grasp of this generation specifically because they looking at us
Facts.
heavy. They looking at us heavy. They modeling after us heavy. I tell people all the time, like, people may not remember me from high school at Hampton University, but when they see me now, it's just like that's all they remember. So now that I'm giving back to the community, like, I'm not just an athlete. I wasn't just an athlete. I ain't touched a ball in years. But now to be able to give back to the community is a next level. And talk to me about what that means for y'all individually. Like, were y'all brought up like that? Was that something that just y'all always wanted to do because y'all personalities?
Keon?
I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like it's always been there on my. I just feel like it's just always been there. Like he said, like when we were growing up, it was always respected. Like, yeah, those the boxers. But now they actually see us doing what we doing. Like, it's a respect and love thing. Like, and we gonna love them back. Like, we always in the house. Like you said, we always thought of all this and wanted to bring the city with us because we see how we understand like how all the other celebrities ain't really do nothing. Or certain ones doing stuff, but
Yeah.
they do a little bit and then go.
Or it's
We-
not genuine. They just doing it just for
Attention.
right or a quick photo or I
Yeah.
did this and then you know what I'm saying.
So yeah, we really try and bring everybody as much as people we can up with us. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to
sure.
build the whole Norfolk up. We want to make Norfolk. It's not even Norfolk, just 757, just the
Like
whole
a,
area. Like
Atlanta, like
exactly, like
Chicago. Not the positive part
Yes.
of Chicago, like LA, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to feed more on your question, like our mother, I give our credit to our mother, like Wanda Davis. She raises us like as one, you know, like watch after your brother, watch after your sister. Like she kept us together so much that it just it's installed in us, you know, so we carry that everywhere we go outside the house. You know what I mean? So that's where we really get that from. Like, yeah, when we get here in boxing, we gonna bring our community with us. That's all our mother right there. You know, that's just how we was raised.
And then for like me, I went to these elementary schools, I went to these middle schools, I went to these high schools. I'm in the neighborhood. I done played basketball with some of these because I played basketball too. I done grew up playing football teams on some of these guys. So it's like outside of boxing, the community know who we are, you know what I'm saying?
Like for real.
Like they know who we are. So then like I'm a big advocate for like giving back to the kids, giving back to the youth, like for the next
Got to,
generation. Because
yeah.
if you're not giving back what you know or teaching somebody else, like what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You're just doing it for no reason. So for me, I take pride in like the youth for sure, like
For sure.
guiding them to the right direction. A student athlete first, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I just take pride in little stuff like that. And then like when I had my daughter, it kind of made that even like 10 times worse. Like I really got to do it because not only that I'm trying to touch these kids, I got to be a good role model for my baby girl. You know what I'm saying? So I be trying to teach these like young 16, 15, 17 years olds, man. Stop trying to sell these drugs, man. You keep listening to these rappers, man. It's not
For real.
like, you
That's
can listen to
real.
these rappers, but like be your own self at the end of the day. Cause them rappers ain't gonna be paying you no bills. Them rappers ain't gonna come see you if you get locked up. They ain't gonna be paying your bond, no lawyer fees, no none of that. You gonna have to wear that by yourself. You know what I'm saying? So like I be just trying to show them it's a different route because a lot of these kids don't have nothing to do.
They don't
So the
know
first thing
nobody
they do is
either.
they gonna get outside and start thugging.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they don't even know what to do. All they know is to do that. You know what I'm saying? Some people growing up in these public housings, all they know is the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all they seen was the streets. Some
Right.
people don't even know. Some people ain't never even left Virginia.
Facts.
Some people don't even know there's really life outside of the streets. So it's like
Facts.
just us Friday, you can go out the scope because the scope is right across the street from Young's Park. Them kids in Young's Park could probably looking at the scope like, dang, that's ESPN truck right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like we really showing them it's different. It's more to life than just what they are used to seeing. You know what I'm saying? So like I be just trying to help. You can't help the whole world, but you can help one kid at a time, for sure. So I really take pride in like helping the kids, for sure.
And I feel feeding off that, you can't help the whole world, but I feel like you can't change the whole world, but I feel like we can change our community.
Absolutely.
Then our community is going to branch off to other communities, then just one by one, you know what I'm saying? But we can damn sure change our community. Sure. Our community is a 757. It's not just Norfolk, you know what I'm saying? We rep Norfolk because that's where we from. We want the whole world to know where we from. But at the end of the day, our community is the 757.
For sure.
And I feel like we can change that.
And then when I give credit to Key, boom, he did a community. He did a talk at J. Cox Elementary. This was a elementary school we went to. So he doing his talk. He asked a question like, who all going to middle school? Because he talked to the 5th grade.
Yeah.
So who all y'all going to middle school? So everybody raised their hand except for one little girl. So he see that little girl. He go up to her like, who all going to middle school? And he raised her hand for her, you know what I'm saying? So he give his speech. So after he give his speech, he asked the question again. So who all going to middle school? That little girl raised her hand.
She did this.
You feel me? So I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, damn, like, they listening for sure. Because, you know, when you're a kid, just going in one ear out the other. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I've seen she listen for sure. Like I said, one kid at a time for sure. Like, because she won't raise her hand. She had like a little attitude, you know what I'm saying? He gave his speech and asked that same question again. She had her hand up. Like, me and my mom, we did and started clapping. Like, yeah, that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Like one kid at a time. Because like she said, that kid gonna remember that for the rest of her life. For sure.
Tia.
She got a poster. Excuse me. She got a poster, signatures, all that. So like you said, all them kids probably gonna remember that for the rest of their lives. Because I remember like me in that position. Like when people came to high school, some of them people I remember. Some yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some of the people I do remember, like, or just a teacher. Like certain things,
guard.
Feel me? Certain
for real
people, security guard, like certain people that's gonna stick with you for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like us doing what we doing, it's gonna stick with these kids for the rest of their lives for sure.
The city, like, think about like this. It could be an elementary school-year-old kid, a middle school, a high school kid. They can really have just a whole conversation what transpired about this whole entire week. Pick a day, press conference, weigh-ins, fight, after the fight. Like, people is still on the high about that fight. Like, you still go on Facebook, people is still talking about this. They probably talk this a whole week.
That's what they be talking about.
It's crazy because one of our homeboys from our boxing team, he live in Vegas. So he coming and seeing, like, because he was at Waterside with us, he seeing, like, dang, man, y'all really got the city. He told us, you ain't even gonna be able to go to gas stations and stuff no more. I'm like, man, you tripping. Lo and behold, the next morning, I went to the gas station. Oh my God, I can't even pump my gas. One dude tried to I got my hands pumping the gas. He trying to take a picture. I'm saying, hold on, wait till I finish pumping my gas. And I'm gonna get you a picture, you know what I'm saying? Let me pose, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm like, dang, it's really, I don't think he's just joking about the gas station part, but I got like 3-4 pictures at the gas stations. Dude caught me through my driving up, like, oh, stop, that's a champ, stop this car, I got out. Dang. I'm like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and get this 5% tint, man. Like, it's crazy, man. Nah, it's good to see the city like they in tune for sure, and they just respected what we doing for sure. It's all love at the end of the day too. Like, I mean, of course, probably people out there that, cause everybody don't like us, and that's just the truth.
I think this weekend make it hard though.
For sure. So they can't really expose it.
They can't expose it.
They can't expose it. So I still move around like cautious.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's good to see majority of the people is just showing love and just like trying to like show respect. For sure.
92.
For sure.
And I can only speak for one of the 10,000 people. I just feel like just being in the arena, I was a part of history. Because like you said, in the 7-5, sports is huge locally, but we ain't never seen nothing like that. Ever. And I can open Facebook right now. Yeah, they talking about you. Twitter, yeah, they talking about you. Instagram, yeah, you on my timeline. Yeah, you on my story. Yeah. And for y'all, like, what's it like seeing that? Like, you opening your phone just to scroll and shit. Like, that's me.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I had to get off of that shit. Like,
yeah, hell yeah.
It be getting a lot. Like, first for one, my phone keep ringing.
Yeah.
I damn near threw my phone. Like no bull. So I had. I mean, but it do feel good just to see all the love and all the support because. It like I feel it, and like we got an opportunity to change. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not in it for the attention anyway. It's just coming our way. So I'm just gonna use that to shine light on other people,
Right, facts.
or build somebody else up. You know what I'm saying? Because the gap between us and Purnell is 30 years. We about to make this gap. We about to have a chance coming right after us.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a gap.
Ain't no gap.
It's gonna be back to back.
You know what I'm saying? We got a gym. We're gonna build another champ up in that gym.
Olympians. We have Olympians, national champions. We have professional boxers.
So
all
right
that.
after DB3 is gonna be another person, and right after that person, we gonna tell and teach him to keep doing the same. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't gonna be no gap. Norfolk is gonna be on the map. We trying to change that and make it permanent for sure.
I feel like for me, answering that question, like just seeing it all the time, I always envision this. I always envision me and my brothers in this type of position. I always envision like me and my brother just pulling up in our own little individual whips, pulling up in something crazy. Like I always envision just all of us on top. So this real life is just the beginning for us. So just seeing, for me, like it's always been like just call it like, you know what I'm saying? Like always been like people just wanted to talk about me. Just I was amateur, just me. I had to make it known like, look, DB3. What's DB3? Davis Brothers, whatever, right? So now that is that now in the boxing world and in the world that people don't know, casuals. Now is that now. So now it's like, dang, now we showing how powerful we are. Like Kelvin said, now it's just trying to use it.
Right, because Friday night really stamped DB3, because he was still an amateur. That was his debut. But now that he's officially a professional, it's like the boxing world really sees like, oh yeah, they for real. They here to stay. Like, because I even see people on Twitter like, dang, they got another brother that's like that. Like people like mind blown
Like
about his performance.
You think DB3V like
right. So some people just seen the brand and then seen me and Keith didn't even know. But we always just say that like he the secret weapon. He the cheat code. He like that. We'll say the draw for a while and the Uno. You say that for last. You know what I'm saying? We say Keon for last, and he came out and displayed a performance like that for his debut. Now the boxing world see that like, oh man, like
Everybody on notice.
for sure. Like we here to stay for sure. Like, and I'm just happy to see what 2025 gonna look for us.
I can't even envision that, Joe. I'm not even gonna lie to you. What happened was like God's plan. You know, God always got his plan. You know what I mean? You could be like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. Like we did, for real. If you really want us to be honest, we in training camp, training together. We didn't think it was gonna be this crazy, man. Nah, for real.
Nah, that night, like
for real. Like that was like not crazy. It don't got nothing to do with craziness. Legendary.
It was.
This was like really legendary. Like you can't just be like, oh yeah, this junk gonna be legendary. Like you gotta actually live that junk out.
Yeah.
You can't call legendary unless you see a talent. Or he's going to be legendary, right? But a specific day and night, you can't just be like, yo, that night gonna be legendary. I just kept saying that night gonna be a movie. It was a movie, but it was more than that. That shit was legendary.
Like, I felt
like if we just decide to retire right now, they are gonna be talking about that for 30 years.
Y'all be in the books for sure.
For sure.
And we got a lot more of those nights coming. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Kelvin, like, man, 2025 is like damn.
You got the rest of your lives. And y'all, like you say, it's only been 2 years.
Right.
About 2. It'll be 3 years in December.
Shit, I'm just getting started.
Yeah, he just getting started. So like,
Joining the party.
like we at the base, we at the I ain't gonna say the bottom, but we at the beginning of our careers, especially for boxing. Like
we at the beginning of
we get the beginning of it all, but we getting so much feedback and exposure and so much love from our people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel like. That's what really matters, like to me, our people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like he said, it's gonna happen when you go to New York and this and the third, but like we building up home base first, and then we about to branch off. You know what I'm saying? So it just it do feel good getting love from Norfolk for sure. Well, from the 757. Because it's like when I mention the city, I mean the whole 757 because we so small.
Yeah.
We all conbunched in one. So it's like, all right, if you from the beach, yo, yeah, you from the city. If you from Newport News, oh yeah, you from the city.
Yeah.
You from, you know what I'm saying? 757.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like we all as one. And then I remember we sat down with Push one time. He was on some stuff like, man, he was talking about on the rapping aspect, or even like like what's it called, like a not a slogan or like a slang, like a you know how
Motto?
or like New York people talk a certain way.
Yeah.
Accent.
Accent.
Accent. Be like, why that we go freaking an hour and a half to Richmond that they sound different from us? Why do we got to go 3 hours to DC and them and they talking different from us? But if you go in Memphis, the whole Memphis sound the same. You go to New York, the whole New York, they sound the same. The Atlanta people, they sound the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we go freaking an hour and a half away and it's a whole different dress.
Mm-hmm.
They dressing different, talking different, all that. So it's like, he was like, it's just how we separate and how we cut off. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Something in the water.
you know what I'm saying? It's like I feel like we need to start coming together and being one.
It's definitely some type of wave out here that's something in the water.
Yeah, for sure.
Make sure y'all get y'all a coat, man. It's on sale right now. At least stop.
For sure. Shit. That's my uniform was themed, like something in the water. You know what I'm saying?
Keon's
So
was Shark City.
Shark City. So it's like any avenue we can shine light on the city.
We gonna do that.
We gonna do that for sure. Came out to all local rappers. He came out to Booker T.
And it's crazy because Booker T band, not Booker T band, but Booker T, our 96-year-old grandfather went to Booker T. 97-year-old grandfather went to Booker T, and it was segregated back then. He used to walk to school.
Wow.
He used to walk past Maury and like a long walk, and he was like an honor roll student too. He got good grades, real smart. He used to go to Booker T.
It was only black school.
It was only black school in Norfolk.
He still alive?
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
97.
I live with him, North Carolina right now.
What did that mean for
Do you follow me on Instagram?
I do.
Did you see that video with my grandmother, my nana?
Yes.
That's his wife.
Oh.
Yeah, they
But
still together.
She more mobile, you know what I'm saying? They still together. She more
So
mobile,
I can
but
only imagine what that meant for him.
yeah.
Man.
Well, this
I
one right
seen
here,
that, yeah.
My granddad's still mobile too though. He get up, walk.
Drive.
Yep.
Nah, he don't
Nah, he don't drive no more.
He
He
used to.
drive no more.
He used to.
I think he stopped like when he was 94.
No, he was driving to
That's
the
a hell of a
95.
run.
I think it was like 95.
I remember he took me. I guess I was driving too slow for him because I got granddad in the car. I'm trying to drive slow.
Right, he
you know what I'm
drive
saying?
fast.
He's like,
he drive Chrysler. He's like, let me drive.
he getting that joint. I put my seatbelt on. Like, hold on, driving a little too fast to be this old now. I was trying to be respectful, but if I knew you wanted me to put the zooms on to this joint, I could have. He got a nice little Chrysler thing too.
Look, he love a Chrysler, boy.
Facts. He had a Chrysler
Chrysler
all
all
our
life.
life. Like every new one.
loved it.
Back in the day, the
300.
prices is a stamp.
Yeah,
Like-
for sure. If you had a Chrysler, you had money.
Chrysler
Yeah.
300.
Yeah.
He stayed
Yeah.
with the 300.
Uh-huh.
And he got the big rims of the junk though.
New Year,
No
everyone
cap.
Oh,
like,
classic.
Yeah.
So I gotta
been
ask,
there, man.
where did the love of boxing all start for y'all? You mentioned with the gym being in the neighborhood, but how did we decide that outside of all the other sports y'all played or tried y'all hand that boxing is gonna be it?
That's a real great question, honestly. I can answer first, but for me, I didn't love boxing. I just loved to fight. If you want my honest opinion, starting out, I literally just love to fight. Kelvin can vouch for that. I used to just do dumb shit to Kelvin in the crib, and he used to fight me because I just wanted to fight. No cap. I used to really just do dumb shit, and he used to beat me up, but I just wanted to fight. I don't care if I get beat up. Fuck it. I just want to fight. I need to let something out that's in me. I don't know. So I ain't really start loving the sport until I actually realized that this is gonna be the sport that's gonna take me out. And at that time, it wasn't DB3. It was just me, Kelvin, Keon fight. So I'm like, yo, this the sport that's gonna take me out. I was named after Keyshawn Johnson. I was like that in football, real life. I was really like that. So I wanted to be a football player. But in 9th grade, I decided that I was gonna be a boxer because I was like 101 pounds in 9th grade. Like literally
yeah.
with equipment on, I'm like 115. But I'm starting JV. I'm going crazy though. No cap. Running people over and everything. But it's like, Key, be real with yourself. You can really fight, like, for sure. You can really play football, but you could just do this. And you don't gotta go to school or nothing. So you rather, I struggled in school, even when I studied and everything. You rather go to school, struggle in school. You're gonna struggle in your sport because of how small you are, like, or you could just fight and be a lot. I text my mama in the middle of class. We learning algebra. I'm learning algebra. This is my 3rd year trying to learn algebra. I ain't bullshitting. Still trying to learn algebra. To this day, I probably shit. I still don't know. This nigga in algebra 2 about 8th grade though. You hear me? But yeah, I'm texting my mama in algebra class. I'm like, Mom, I'm just gonna box. Because it was a big thing. Because I think at the time Kelvin had left boxing. It was a big thing, like in our gym, because I was a great football player and a great boxer. So my coach, Coach Gloria Pete, she always just wanted me to box, like kept pushing that on me to the point where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna show you that I can play football. F boxing. I like fighting though. I'm gonna keep doing it, but F boxing. I'm gonna show him play football. So it kind of strayed me away to her. You know what I'm saying? Towards it. But I just text my mama. She was like, Keyshawn, you sure you want to do this? I'm like, yeah, I promise you, I'm a fight. I'm not playing this no more. I'm not playing. So ever since I made my mind up in the 9th grade, I learned how to love the sport. And then once I learned how to, all right, this is that, I fell in love with the craft. I would say by the 11th grade, I actually fell in love with the craft. Now I'm actually doing everything on my own. We didn't have a coach. Our coach retired. Now I'm doing everything on my own. I'm going running. I'm picking out which boxing gym me and my little brother need to go to because Kelvin was gone. I'm doing everything possible on my own. I literally just fell in love with it. Like this is gonna be the way out for us, for us, me and Keon. Because Kelvin could tell you a story. This gonna be the way out for me and Keon at the time.
Shit, I mean, for me, I say I really found my love and really chose boxing was when I had got injured and I was out for like a year or two, and I like just quit boxing like, cause I had got a shoulder injury. I just felt like I wasn't gonna be the same fighter coming back, and I was just working jobs and just trying to figure stuff out like on my own. I had just graduated high school type of thing, but I see my brothers doing their professional thing. They fight, and I'm like, they walking into their professional like stage like how I'm in now, but.
Yeah, we was like a debut first 2-3 fights.
And I see that, and it just inspired me. Like, then I'm working the job, I'm getting my checks. I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I know what I really can do. Like, I just got to get back. You know what I'm saying? So I just really got back. Like, but when I was a kid, I started when I was 7. Like, when I was boxing, when I first started, I was just doing it really to get out of school. Like, because at first they was doing
You don't want your thing either.
At first they was doing it like, and I'm saying like, oh, they missing school for a whole week. They traveling doing this. I'm like,
Let me tap in.
right, let me get out of school. You know what I'm saying? So I started doing it, and it was just fun though. Like boxing it was fun. Like it was always been fun to me. But like he said, he wanted to play football. I wanted to play basketball. Like my mother was like, your grades not good. You know what I'm saying? Like. I'm like, nah, ma, just let me do it. She's like, don't stay back after school. Don't go to tryouts. I still go to tryouts. Coaches, what? Dang. She used to be mad when I came. Why did you go? You know, she used to get on my, come on, man. But
nah, that's because your grades was bad though, and you was like, Ma, but look though, I did it like that so I could still be eligible.
That's all it was. Like,
I'll focus on those classes I know I can pass because I know I'm still gonna be eligible.
Yeah, for
my
sure.
mama said, nah, you gotta have all good grades.
Because my mother was a basketball player, so she knew what like.
Okay.
What it took like for the school and on the court, you know what I'm saying? So I was nice on the court. Like I went to tryouts, and the coach was like, "Damn, who's that little skinny guy? Like he can shoot, da da da. Like I want him, I like him. Like I was good, but it was just like I realized like nah, boxing just come more natural. Like it's easy. I just get in there and just do it. Like
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
Nike.
And then like I got a daughter and stuff now. It's like. I know for sure boxing is gonna get me right. You know what I'm saying? So I just stuck with it.
Yeah, I don't even love boxing. I don't love boxing. I like boxing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't love it.
You can't tell.
I mean, because I love some of the moments. You know what I'm saying? So of course, when you do something good, you're proud of yourself for sure. But like boxing, I don't love boxing. Like, I did as a kid because it got me out of school. Like, going to tournaments and stuff, I'm out of school for a whole week. So now I'm like, oh yeah, I get a week break. Then I got 2 more weeks. We got Christmas break too. So we kind of based our like stuff around school, getting out of school. It got me out of school for sure.
Anything to get us out of school, huh?
For sure. But now that I'm got older, like I'm saying, even when I got to high school, it's like, all right, because you high school, once you start, because school came easy to me, for sure. Like, a lot of my credits and stuff I had got away like 9th grade. Feel me? So I stopped taking math in 9th grade. Like, so once I got to high school, it was like, okay, school not even no big thing for me no more, or leaving school, because I'm older too. Like, I don't care about leaving and getting out of school and stuff like that. So like, I took time off when I was a senior. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stopped boxing when I was a senior. But what got me back in it was pay the bills for sure. And I knew what it could get me. You know what I'm saying? So I like boxing because of what it can do for me. Feel me? Like, I wouldn't say I'm real passionate about boxing. Like, oh, I want to be this and I want to be alongside one of the greats or this and the third. Nah.
You just happen to be good at it.
I'm happy that what it can do for me in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can start this business right here. You know, now I can start trying to create generational wealth for my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Or I can land this big fight where I get this big payday to be able to take care of my family. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't like boxing as an aspect, or I wouldn't say I literally love the game. I love what the game can do for me, though.
I respect that.
For sure.
I can respect that. So I want to ask you specifically about what was the decision like leaving boxing, as well as the decision like coming back?
For one, it was a lot of, like, our gym was going through a lot of division because our coach, Gloria Pete, which raised us our whole boxing careers, amateur-wise, and as kids, she had left. So once she left, it was like, what am I here for? And then I started, like, I played high school basketball too. I played my senior year. And then I was like, man, I've been boxing my whole life. I'm about to just play my last year of basketball my senior year. Feel me? So even my basketball coach at the tryouts, he looking at me like, man, I ain't about to pick you on the team, man. You need to be in that gym. Which he was probably right. But I'm like, man, it's my last year, man. Like, I'm a senior. I want to play basketball. So he let me get on the team and stuff like that. So, like, after that, like, once we started having games and stuff, and then I went to a tournament. So I'm still juggling basketball and boxing. Like, this only was for, like, because, you know, the basketball season started, like, September, October, and that's, like, right in the beginning of the school year. But we had a tournament in, like, January. It was a national tournament. I went to that national tournament, and I fought a top guy. I lost the first day. Meanwhile, we never lose no first day in no tournament.
Facts.
Yeah, that's a thing. Like, you lose
Don't
first day.
travel all the way out here and lose the first day.
Facts.
You gotta be out there all week and you a loser.
Right. Because 5 fights in a week.
Right, you fight Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday. But you probably get a bye.
No, it's not Monday. It's Tuesday.
All right,
always start
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Tuesday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 5 times. That's all week. So if I travel all the way to Texas, or this one was in Reno, Nevada. I travel all the way to Reno. No, Spokane, Washington.
Spokane, Washington. Yeah.
Spokane, Washington. I travel all the way to Spokane, Washington, and lose the first day. For one, at this point, I'm old enough, so I know there's money that come with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, you wasting that bread.
And then you got to sit there all week
and
watching
watch everybody else win, and especially losing to a guy that I probably know I could have beat if I was really locked in. So like when I got back, I just like, all right, I know I can't be dibbling and dabbling in this boxing stuff. I just went out here and lost the first day. I done been my whole amateur career and never did that. Like, I always made it to at least the semifinals, finals, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, I ain't boxing no more. Or I was like, nah, I'm going to get back in boxing after the season over with. But the season got over. And I got to worry about ready for prom now, spring break. And,
Everything coming senior year.
you know what I'm saying? So after, like, I just never went back. And then, like, I had a hiccup when I got out of school with my mom. Ended up having to leave the house. Left the house at 18 years old. Had to get my own spot, you know what I'm saying? Never came back, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've had my own place since I was 18 years old. That's because I had to. So, times like that taught me about life. Feel me?
Quick.
So, like, for sure. So, like, now I got to worry about how I'm going to get this money to pay these bills. Boom, boom, boom. I'm learning about bills. I'm learning about all this stuff on the fly through experience, you know what I'm saying? So, once I originally, like, all right, 19. I'm 19 now. All right, I'm 20 now. I'm like, now I'm just like, dang, I don't want to work no job my whole life. Because I started going to school. I did electrical. So I'm working at the shipyard.
Okay.
I'm working at, then I started working at Virginia Beach, working with the city and stuff like that, doing electrical. But I'm trying to get more pay. Because the checks, I'm tired of working check to check, you know what I'm saying? Like, they keep talking about experience this, experience that. You need 5 years to be a journeyman and stuff like that. I'm like, man, they keep talking about experience, but I got like 10 plus years in boxing. Then I see Keyshawn doing this thing with the Olympic team, stuff like that. So I'm like, that's when I created the brand. I'm like, all right, man, I'm about to try to get back into boxing, but I'm going to just be on the management aspect, you know what I'm saying, or the marketing, you know what I'm saying? So I present the DB3 thing to my brothers, and they like, man, it ain't no DB3 if you ain't boxing. This, like, I'm like 21 now. You feel me? So I'm like 18 to like 21, almost 22. Like, I'm just trying to still figure out life. You know what I'm saying? So they like, man. I'm like, man, before I get real too old, I'm about to just try to get this another shot. So I gave it another shot. I only been training for like 2 months. I went to the Golden Gloves. Golden Gloves is like one of the big tournaments in amateurs. Went to the Golden Gloves states. They got the states, regionals, and the nationals. I fought in the states. I won, but I'm still second guessing myself. Like, dang, because I only been training like 2 months. I'm like, dang, should I be here? But once I won, so I had to go to the regionals. I can't back down. I went to the regionals. Like, regionals like 3 days, because the states is like 2 days and the regionals is like 3 days tournaments. So I won every day at the regionals. So I'm like, dang. I'm asking my brothers, am I even ready to go to the nationals? How I look? Like, because they know, because they've been around the people. They still been in the boxing game. But me, I done been out of the game. I don't know who is who. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what no more. I mean, I know how to fight, but like, is it just different?
Yeah.
Different, yeah.
For sure. Different guys. So like, man, just go. I went to the nationals. Made it all the way to the semifinals and lost to the number 2 guy in the semifinals, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh yeah, I know what I can do now, for sure. Because that just like gave me that confidence, I would say, to be like, oh yeah, I'm here to stay, because I don't even train. I know what I've been doing. I've been out there BSing, chilling with homeboys, we partying, you know what I'm saying? I came from that, made a quick transition straight back into boxing, and I finished at the semifinals. So I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm here to stay. So then I dialed in. I locked in for sure. Started dedicating my life to boxing. I'm like calling out of work. I'm going on tournaments, missing, like, because you only get a certain amount of
Call out days.
PTO. You only get a certain amount of PTO. I'm using like, hey, I'm sorry. I done did things like, man, my grandma passed. I gotta go.
Do what we gotta do.
On the phone crying, but lo and behold, rest in peace, my grandma. She
passed.
really did pass, but it just won't. At the time they were saying, so I won't lie.
Yeah.
But it was just a little, like, I'm stretching the truth a little bit. Like, she been passed, but I ain't saying, like, I'm acting like I gotta go to a funeral. For sure. So I ain't even know they had time. They had pay you for somebody dying in your family. Yeah, I ain't even know that. So I'm getting back. I'm like, dang, how I'm about to, because I still got bills at the end of the day. I'm like, dang, how I'm about to pay this? Whole time I get back to work, they like, nah, you get paid. You get like 5 days for grievance. I'm like, oh snap! So my check about to be the same, and I just lied to y'all everything. I just went to a tournament. I went to a tournament. I couldn't post no videos because somebody, where to get around. You know what I'm saying? So I took a lot of sacrifices. I took a lot of risks getting back into boxing. Like, been on papers, dealing with my PO. You know what I'm saying? Money. It's a big transition from what you was doing before to what you trying to go, you know what I'm saying?
For real.
And stuff like that still haunt me to this day, because now I got a trucking business. So most of our loads be centered around a big military bases, because we got military bases out here.
Right.
You got to do background checks to get on base.
Mm-hmm.
So I be all up in Jersey or all up in Pennsylvania. Luckily, I have a business partner I'm working with. They won't let me on base because of what happened. I'm like, man, that was so long ago, though. That was 2017, man. He told me, yeah, man, but they used to do 10. He said the Federals, they do 10 years. I'm like, man, 10 years ago, I won't even, know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I'm like, all right, it is what it is. So luckily, I have a business partner. He go handle that for me, and I just stay off the base and do that. But like, it was definitely a hard transition getting back into boxing. But like I say, I just dedicated my life to it. So because I knew where it could take me, and then, like I said, Friday night was just a real reflection on all of that, for sure. Because like all the hard work I done put into, and just everything. Looking at my brothers, and I was proud of my brothers, and not only proud of my brothers, it's like, dang, I ain't even really supposed to. I couldn't not even be here right now for sure, if I ain't made that transition. You know what I'm saying? If Keyshawn didn't tell me like, yeah, Kels, get back in the boxing. Keon be like, Kels, don't give up, man. Like, you got it. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a good night, a legendary night for sure.
And you spoke a little bit about the business side, and what it sounds like, y'all keep the business and marketing in-house for the most part.
Like, man, how we grew up, it was really very family orientated. Like, we done been through a lot of tough times together, but we always found light in the darkness. You know what I'm saying? So like, we always stayed close, stayed together.
Lights was off.
Yeah, facts.
You got to find light.
So it's like, if I ain't doing it for my
y'all caught that lead.
if I ain't doing it for my family first, it's like, then what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Because these are people I really struggle with growing up. These are people, like you said, these are people I was in the dark with when we ain't had no lights. These are people I took cold showers with. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Because my mama said it's the summertime, it's hot outside.
Right.
I ain't paying for hot water.
Take a shower.
We all sharing the same.
I'm talking like summer after summer. We already knew. As soon as it get hot, we already knew. Like,
yeah, no hot water for sure.
This be our last hot shower. Let me enjoy this shit. Real shit.
Like, I remember one time that joint stayed on. I'm like, oh, we all right now. No bullshit. We got hot water. No bull, but like, I seen all the sacrifices my mama made. Like, I seen them. Like,
a lot
years
of
ago.
them.
We used to go on tournaments, no money. I got a freaking divvy up. She giving me the money because I'm the oldest. I'm like 13. Now that I'm thinking though, it taught me money management at a young age. But I'm like 13. She giving us like, what, a couple $100 to split between us three. You know what I'm saying? On these tournaments, like when we go, because the tournaments is all week, like you said. So like my mama like, don't get out of town and act brand new. Going on these restaurants, yeah, I can eat off the dollar menu. So I'm like, all right, bet. Like I bring them in because I ain't trying to have everybody in our business. Like, all right, man, we gotta. This is what we got. We gotta make this joint work. We gotta make this joint stretch, and we made it happen for sure.
Me being young, like you said, he was 13, so I was 11. Him bringing us in like that for real, I'm just like, all right. I'm not
whenever he
like,
say go.
Yeah, I'm not thinking like, oh, it's a struggle. We don't got a lot of money. I'm thinking like, all right, man, we got money. Let's do it. Like, my mama ain't never give us no break. She didn't have just money just to give us. Like,
right.
So when she actually gave us cash money,
we got
like, man, like, all right, man, McDonald's school, like, fuck it, okay. Dollar menu, fuck it, okay, let's do it. Like, we lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't never look at the bad. It was always just good in the bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was good.
For sure. We was just happy to leave the city.
Facts.
When we going on trips, boxing took me everywhere.
Facts.
Boxing
sports
took me
do that
everywhere.
for a lot of people.
The first time I flew a plane was because of boxing.
Facts.
The first time I went out the state besides New York and Florida.
Seeing family and stuff.
Yeah, seeing family because we got family in New York and we got family in Florida. Every other place I've been to was because of boxing.
Yeah.
I can name Cali, Missouri, Texas. The list can go on forever. Washington, like what's in Washington? I got what business I got in Spokane, Washington?
Utah.
That's real though.
Feel me? Utah,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Shreveport, Louisiana. Like, come on,
Places
man.
we
Somebody
would
going to
never went.
Louisiana, we going
Tennessee,
to. Like, come on now. Like, but yeah, boxing took me everywhere, but it really expanded my mind. Like, okay, dang. Even went to the low end. Like, dang, these bums out here in Norfolk, they crazy, but them bums in Texas
different.
Yeah.
Nah,
Vegas.
forget y'all better say I see a Vegas bump. First time first time I went to Vegas, me and Kelvin like, damn, we in Vegas. I'm about to gamble. I'm like, man, I'm gonna save my money.
Yeah, we ain't gambling.
One day I see a bum in there gambling, making bread. I say, oh no, I'm getting me on the slot.
Because that was our first time in Vegas. We like, man, nah, bro, we ain't gambling, bro. That's how everybody lose their money. That's probably how they bums now. You know what I'm saying?
I seen a bum up there.
We seen a bum hit. Ding, 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 ding. I'm like, let me try my.
Look, again, it's crazy. Like my first time ever pressing the slot joint, I won. Kelvin seen like my first time ever. I'm not even 21 yet.
That's scary.
I'm not even 21 yet.
Facts. He ain't
First
supposed
time
to be
ever,
in there.
I just boom, that joint won. I'm like, oh shoot. So it kind of sucked me in a little bit for real.
Nah, once we seen that bum gambling,
it was over.
That was my
I'm gonna say something else. Once y'all see that bum gambling, but once y'all seen China Man,
oh yeah, That's a whole.
That's a whole other. Now we gotta tell that story though. China man, shoot. Y'all know what roulette is now, right?
Yeah.
Roulette in the casino. Boom.
We in Vegas though. MGM.
But nah, this
Yeah,
is we
MGM.
already now we
Y'all
already
gambling
fine.
now.
We gambling now. You know what I'm saying? So this is a different time in Vegas. So now we like when we come to Vegas, we kind of touching on the machines a little bit because we used to just be in the boxing end. You know what I'm saying? But we touch on the machine. So we just doing a wheelchair pull up on us on the machine because we ain't betting
Hand chopped
we ain't
off.
betting no big money at the tables and stuff like
He
that.
got a wheelchair fast too. Like
360.
Oh, he
chop.
moving.
Yeah, like he can do a 360 like 2
Donut
seconds.
jump.
With no hand. Hand
burn
gone.
out.
hand.
One hand, China.
I think he had one hand, one leg.
He was in a
cap.
wheelchair. We called him China Man.
He
We ain't know
was
his name.
Chinese, skinny Chinese dude with glasses.
Man, he had a system on that roulette. I put $100 in there. Cause we had the machine for hours now.
Right, it's like 3 in the morning.
Like, I win 50. Look, I win 50.
The casino
lose
do
50.
that.
Like I'm going up and down, up and down.
That's funny.
I'm going up and down. So my bread's still like I'm still at even, but it's like they playing with me. Man, he came over there for 5 minutes. He
Yeah.
had my screen up from $100
It's like 27.
to like $2,700 in like 5 minutes. To the point where with the way I could, I wasn't even touching the machine. Like, yeah, go ahead, do that. If you good with that, yeah, man, do that. All I know is my money keep going up. Like 2 minutes, I'm at like 6. Then that joke 6 go to like 1,000. Then I'm at like 15. Man, like 10 minutes. He like, all right, we gotta take this out of the machine for somebody to walk past and see all that money. So he go cash it in. Like, all right, 50-50. I'm thinking in my head like
50-50.
right. I'm thinking in my head like wheelchair. I'm about to run off. I'm about to take all that bread. You tripping? I'm like, man, he did just rise my screen up and fast. So he's like, we gonna do it again. So I'm like, all right. So we did 50-50 and we was about to run it up again, but security came over there, man. They was like,
Kicked them out. They
him
know, they know
like,
about
y'all know
him.
him? I'm like,
Oh, the China man.
China man. That's what, and we never seen like I
probably
seen him
getting everybody
turn
like
off.
that.
And, look, I tell you, his wheelchair fast. I seen him.
He got
I
an
seen
elite
him
jump.
turn around and just go. I never seen him again. I'm like, nah, we gotta find him.
find him.
Your kid that motherfucker.
We
He
can
had
take
that
him
screen
to
on.
every casino in Vegas. We gonna be rich.
Right.
Like, I'm telling you, the
Never
way
see
he
that man
did it, that
again.
shit was crazy, bro. Like,
He got like I said,
we in there,
that's how he get
sweating. I'm mad as hell. We in there sweating. One of my homeboys falling asleep on the jump. Wake up. Oh, we been red. every 5 minutes, red, bro. Black. I'm telling him black. Like, I'm getting irritated now. Nigga, bet black. Like, no bullshit. Like, he sleep. Then I'm with there sweating shit, man. I'm losing my breath. He's talking about some red. Like, you not even paying attention, bro. Leave me alone. Go back to sleep. Like, but nah, like,
China man, that was a crazy experience though, and then he put a code in the ATM. I don't know.
Take
I
the
won't
taxes
ask you too
off.
much though.
Take the taxes
That's
off.
why the security probably came for
Nah,
real.
he said he used to work.
Scamming.
He was telling me, and he was trying to teach me too, but he was just moving so fast, and I was just so surprised at what he was doing.
I just see
Got
hella
one
coins on the
hand,
screen.
one leg.
Yeah, you know them people in China, they be smart and they know stuff like that, IT and stuff like that. He put
Gucci
a code in the you put
In
a
the
code.
ATM
That's why I
though.
knew he had some trickery with him though. He put a code in the ATM. But I ain't asking too many questions though, you know what I'm saying? Just give me that bread. You know what I'm saying? And we here for his fight for real, but he the only one fighting and we just all out there really on vacation, you know what I'm saying?
Type
And he
shit.
getting mad at us like, man, y'all not with me at none of my meetings or none of my stuff.
We got
a
other
bitch,
businesses
Man,
here
we
too.
on some shit like, "Key, you don't understand what's going on right now." We gambling hard as hell. But it's crazy because I'm like, we won't losing though. That was
Nah,
one
they
trick.
was up.
And
Everybody
another
was
thing
up.
crazy
Yeah.
is Keyshawn put us on the roulette.
Right.
And get mad when we
Right.
go gamble. You know what I'm saying? Y'all supposed to be with me in my fight. Da, 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 da. I'm like,
We try all these other gambling ways. He's like, nah, roulette is the
That's
one.
the
like,
one.
for
Yeah,
sure.
realize the one is either
sure.
red or black.
But that just goes to show how many doors sports can open for you. You know,
Yeah, because like
Facts.
I don't do that with gambling for no more, but I do sports bet for sure. Like especially
that's
boxing.
easy.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, if you know a
Especially
little bit
boxing.
about sports,
Yeah.
that's easy.
Like boxing, but I watch football and all that stuff, but like boxing really like, yeah, because we in that,
Right.
So I can win some money off boxing easy, because we know the ins and outs. You know what I'm saying? So like, and we done sparred a lot of these fighters, and we really know who's gonna win. I mean, of course, you're not gonna 100% know.
You got an idea, a strong idea.
That Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, that don't got me.
facts.
Not that Bud and Earl.
Bud and Earl
Bud and
was
Earl.
a
I knew
great
100%.
night. Yeah,
Right.
Bud was
Bud and
gonna
Earl
win.
for me was a great night.
Facts.
For sure. So it's like, but like I dibble and dab on the NFL.
I don't bet though. I feel like if I really was to get into that, I'm gonna lose control.
That's why I don't get into it.
I don't get into it.
See, I don't get into it heavy though. Like I said, I dibble and dab, but I get crazy on the boxing end just because of what we
You
that's
just
what
know
we
it.
do, yeah.
It's just fun to me, like, cause if you win, you win. But if I be like, all right, I'm gonna bet 100, and that's it. Like, I'm just having fun with my little $100.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it all depends. It's different strokes for different folks. Some people be putting their life on that joint. Like if you
Nah,
betting
for
money,
real.
like you gotta once you bet, you gotta be like, all right, that's
Gotta
already
be smart,
gone.
yeah.
And last time I bet on my goddamn self, no cap, boxing fight. I sat down in that corner. I said, it was like the 8th round, going to the 8th round. I ain't stopped the nigga yet. I'm like, yo, I gotta stop this nigga. Bo Mac, my coach is talking to me, bro. I swear I'm not even listening to them. I'm in my head like, bro,
My ticket got a hit.
my jinky ass fuck my own ticket up, cuz. I don't know if I'm gonna stop boxing or stop gambling, but something gotta go, cuz. What? Matt, you fuck your own ticket up. You gonna hit that one last tray ball, you know what I'm saying? Or that one last layup. You gonna be
Hurt.
the fuck, man. I'm weak as hell, man.
Right.
Okay,
And then like, see, basketball, you can't gamble on you can't do that. Football, they can't gamble on themselves. Boxing, we can gamble on
for
ourselves.
sure. Cause you don't really know when you
I
gonna
bet
knock
on
somebody
myself
out. Like,
every time. Cause I be losing money on all these people I don't know. I'm gonna bet on myself for sure.
Might as
I'm
well.
undefeated for
Might as
sure.
well.
I'm undefeated.
he
Like
said,
this
I'm
last
undefeated.
Friday, yeah. All my brothers was on my ticket.
Absolutely.
For
Absolutely.
sure. And that was crazy because like I said, I told Keon, like, man, I gotta save this parlay forever.
Yeah,
Because
facts.
this the first parlay where I can see Kelvin Davis, Keyshawn Davis, and Keon Davis.
You gotta frame that.
For sure.
Oh,
And we
frame
all
up parlay
smack,
is
though.
crazy though.
Smash shit.
Shit, I might
right
blow it up. Get a ribbon on the wall.
For sure, for
But
sure.
nah, real talk, look, I mean, it's the first, but it's many more to come for sure. So
But as we talking about journeys, I want you guys to each answer individually. Like, talk about a real low moment for y'all in boxing.
I feel like I already put mine out there
Yeah.
for sure. So I mean, that was low for me, like just the process of getting back, leaving and getting back. So yeah, that was.
Because sports comes with a lot of mental aspects that a lot of people don't talk about.
I mean, a low moment for me, man. I went through a lot of real deep depression when Kelvin had left the house first, and then he really stopped boxing. And this was, of course, before he created the brand DB3. And Keon was with me. Keon was really with me all my life. You know, Kelvin left the crib at 18, like he said. So we was always together, but me and Keon day by day was always just together, you know. So when Kelvin had left, around that time, our grandmother had passed. We were still dealing with that. And I knew, like, when Kelvin left boxing, it was just like, damn. Because Kelvin really like a father figure to me and Keon, for real. Like you said, he was smart as hell in school. Like, this nigga is smart. You know what I'm saying? We go ahead for guidance in life. Because we didn't have a father. So when he left, it was like, damn, that father figure left. And that fighter that I looked up to. Because Kelvin was in my position. He was the guy. No cap. Kelvin is for real. And back then was for real too. No cap. Beating everybody up in the gym. Big dog in the gym. You know what I'm saying? So when he left, it was like, damn, do I quit boxing too? Or do I just keep it going? Because if I stop, he not going to stop with me. It would be none of this. Real shit. Like, it would be none of this. And I ain't know how to navigate for real without Kelvin. And it just led me to, like, really get depressed and stuff. Of course, like I said, dealing with my grandmother and just my own issues that as coming up as a kid, you see things that you never talk about, you know? So just led me to going to the mental home. You know, at that time, we had moved from Norfolk to Alexandria because I told my mother I'm going to keep boxing. And we just decided to move to Alexandria because there was more opportunities out there. And we moved out there with our sister, Shanice Davis. And she was probably like 22, 23 at the time. I'm 17, Keon 15. So we all kids for real. So we all living with Keon, living with my sister, Alexandra, 2-bedroom apartment, 1 bathroom, small ass apartment. Me and Keon sleep in the same bed every night. goddamn, shit I was fucked up. I ain't gonna cap mentally. Shit led me to the mental home, man. Got rode in an ambulance from Alexandria to Hampton because I ain't want to be in the mental home in Hampton. I ain't want to be in the mental home in Alexandria. I wanted to go to Hampton. Fucking riding in the ambulance, strapped down with the siren on for 3 hours. Like police sirens still bother me to this day. Bright lights and shit, flickering lights, fuck me up to this day. Took me to the mental home, man, on medication. Used to harm myself and stuff. I'm still in the mental home. I'm talking, I'm coloring. That's why I figure out I actually like to color and shit.
It's a stress reliever.
I'm coloring. I'm like, that's what I'm saying in the mental home to myself. I used to talk to myself out loud. Still do a little bit. But I'm like, yo, God, I know you doing this for a reason. You gotta tear me down right now just to build my mental back up. I know I'm gonna be alright. I was telling my brother that, Keon, I was like, Keon, don't tell nobody, but I just did that shit to myself last night. But I'm good, don't worry about it. So in the mental, I'm basically on the same stuff. Like, I know you just preparing me for something that's bigger than this. I just gotta get through this. In the mental home, taking medication and stuff. The doctor said to my mama, I ain't gonna be off the medication until about 8 months. I left the mental home, got out on Halloween. Crazy. Fucking got out on Halloween. And they said 8 months. Even when I left the mental home, Keon, sometimes I walk in the room in Alexandria, I'm laying down on the floor just crying. He's just looking at me like, what the fuck, bro? Get up, bro. You good? He'll lay me down in the bed and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's after still on the medication. I'm like, bro, I don't feel like I'm myself, bro. Something is not right. This medication is not right. Like, I don't want this shit. I'm just frustrated. I'm lost as fuck in my own head. Because when I stopped taking it, now I'm thinking about crazy shit. And I feel like, nah, Keyshawn, you still need it a little bit, you know? But who the fuck want to take medication every day? You know? Nights, he hella nights, I'm just up late at night. I go to sleep, Keon with me, I go to sleep on the kitchen table and shit, just my head down. Because I just don't even got enough energy to lay back down in that bed. Because I was just laying in that bed from 9 a.m. to fucking 7 p.m. I'm just in the bed all day. So he finally get me out the bed. So now I'm just chilling, sitting on the kitchen table, just chilling. Now I'm just sitting in the chair all goddamn. Like, I had no motion. Like, I was just still as fuck. Some nights I just walk out the goddamn I just walk out the crib. And I just leave the house. And it's a big old field. And I just used to sit in the field. Like, just like think, like. Just be like this, just thinking. Keon come outside, he'll find me because he know his brother. He just sit next to me, he don't even say nothing. Like, Keon realized seeing a lot of shit that I had to go through for me to carry the torch. Like, just like I said, I've been through a lot of shit this week, like mentally and all that stuff. Like I said, God had to take me through all that depression, me harming myself, me going to the medication, me not knowing who the fuck I was, lost, for me to deal with shit like this. Because he knew Friday night was going to be the start of something legendary. And a lot of people that become legendary lose theyself. So he wanted me to lose myself before I get to this position. But again, not only did I get this position, like, I made sure people knew who my brothers was. Because that was my role. Kelvin's role was to create the brand, to keep us together. My role was to put it in people's face so they know who he is. And Keon was to sit back and soak up the game, so when he come in this shit, it'll be automatic. We all played our roles, and in real life just all worked out because it was God's plan. So that was my lowest for sure. Just me, mental home and all that stuff. That was for sure my lowest. And I knew after I got through that, like, it was ball game. after I stopped taking medication 4 months in, it wasn't 8. I cut that. God cut that in half. 4 months in, I started taking medication. I went to my first national tournament. I ended up losing. I quit boxing. Me and Keon quit boxing. Keon literally did anything I did. Me and Keon quit boxing for about 2 months. I got a dream, right? It's real shit. I had a dream. I was at a boxing tournament, and all my friends was like, in a dream, all my friends was like, "Key, you fighting today? You fighting today?" I'm like, "Nah, I ain't fighting." They're like, "Oh, when you fight?" I said, "I quit, bro. You ain't know. I told everybody I quit already." They said, "What? You quit? What you quit for?" And I ain't even had an answer for them. I was just like, I don't know, bro. It just kept going type shit. I woke up from that dream and went to the gym so goddamn fast. No cap. Keon, I'm lying though. I told you that. I told you that dream, right? That day of the dream.
That, yeah.
He went with you?
For sure. There was another situation where, pushing the story forward, I'm on a team now. I'm at the Olympic Training Center. Key, I know how crazy Olympic Training Center is. We in, school walls, like the project walls, like that shit. The Olympic Training Center is not glitz and glamour. Shit's the trenches. So, there's a lot of stuff going on back at the crib. Like I said, out the city, we had a lot of beef. My friends was into a lot of shit. Our friend had just got shot at the time. And damn near died. Like real life, got shot in the neck. Damn near died. Actually, not our friend, our brother. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a hothead. I'm a fuck you up type shit. Like I'm on your ass type shit. Alright. They more laid back ones. Kelvin calculated. Keon laid back. I'm getting on your ass. So when that shit had happened, it was like it was straying me towards back to what I'm seeing. When I'm going back home to. And I was just gonna be on some shit. I had a dream. I was sitting in the cell and I was just I think I had robbed and killed somebody in my dream. And I'm just sitting in the cell. And I'm mad as fuck at myself, like crying, like why the fuck did I do that? I'm dumb as a bitch, why I couldn't just do. I woke up from that dream, I said, yeah, I ain't doing that shit. I need to stay focused. Like, and that's why I be trying to tell people, like, this shit was not a mistake, bro. God realized wanting us here, bro. No cap. Like, no cap, bro. This shit was really written for us. All we gotta do is stay focused and he gonna do the rest. All we gotta do is go to the gym and work out. I was telling my brothers that, like, literally, like Keon said, he had a hard working job. He said he had a hard working job, and Kelvin had a hard working job. Like, they was like, man, that shit was tough, man. We gotta get back in boxing. Like, now we back in boxing. Literally, all we gotta do is just hit the bag and jump rope for a little bit, do some sit-ups and kick our ass out the gym. No cap.
Simple. Yeah.
Simple. Like, real is easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all we gotta fucking do. I used to smoke marijuana a lot. I don't even think about weed anymore. Leave the weed alone. You know, so you can have fun, be young, drink a little bit, but don't
overdo it.
You don't overdo it. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave the alcohol alone. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of the clubs. That's a real addiction. Like, stay out of being in the limelight. You know what I'm saying? Just be a regular fucking person. How we do that? DB3. DB3 is what? A family. We gotta stick with the family. Let's do a lot of family oriented shit. That's gonna keep us grounded at the end of the day. That's gonna keep us off of the drugs. That's gonna keep us off of the other distractions that the devil wants to see.
Y'all walking in it.
All we gotta do is go to the gym and hit the bag a few rounds and kick our ass, man. That's it. God gonna do the rest. No cap.
And lastly, for you, Keon. It seems like you watched your brothers go through a lot of things. How did that affect you?
A lot, for real. Like, I look up to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always looked up to them. That's what I'm saying. Seeing what's going on at home with Kelvin when he left, it messed with me. Then with Keyshawn, with the Alexandria situation, that messed with me mentally too. Like, I feel like a lot of my stuff is just like mental and just trying to be strong. It's just type of thing. Like, I had 2 surgeries that, you know what I'm saying, but it just set me back from like boxing for a little bit. But a lot of my stuff, I just feel like I just gotta be mentally strong, just for me and my family. Cause at the end of the day, like, they all I got for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna lead the way and I'm gonna follow. Like it's always been like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if stuff messing up, I am that person to be like, nah, y'all tripping. Or you know what I'm saying? We gotta remember where we came from. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah, he definitely the mediator. Like me and Kelvin, piggyback on what you saying, cause like me and Kelvin, like, not saying Keon is not, cause he is. I seen it for myself, but like within each other, like me and Kelvin is like alpha. Sometimes both of us want to lead, and sometimes that can just, you know what I'm saying, clash sometimes, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? But Keon is the mediator of it all, cause all of us got our own mind. We all smart as shit. Kelvin's just a real book smart one, but at the end of the day, we all really smart as shit. So all of us, both me and Kelvin, can have a hell of an idea or a hell of a plan or a hell of a debate or a hell of an argument or just what the fuck ever. And Keon know how to spin it back around. Be like, bro, this is the bigger picture. Y'all niggas doing too much. Or nah, I got a better idea. Let's do it like this. I always told Keon, like, you the real spiritual brother. Like you real spiritual. Like God taught to him the most for sure. I feel like God give me foresight. I can see shit. I can be like, oh yeah, you a fuck nigga. You actually hate. You a hater. I told our guy out there, the gym that we got right now, the people that we work with inside the gym. The very first day I seen them, they shook my hand. I ain't feel them. I got foresight, like, nah, something with y'all. So now 2 months into the gym, our gym manager saying, man, these guys envy, man, that. I already seen that, but yeah, let's leave. It's cool. I already seen it. There's no point in feeling no type of way, you know. So, I mean, Kelvin, I just always say Kelvin the genius. Kelvin is smart as fuck. Seriously.
I mean, I just feel like I had to do a lot of things at a young age, and I just learned a lot through experience. Like, it's almost like, all right, you got a big jungle. The first person that go through the jungle, the second person ain't gonna do nothing but follow that. But the first person, the path he just did, so it can be an easy route. So I'm chopping down these trees to try to give back to my baby brothers. Like, all right, you ain't got to do it like that because I already did that and it didn't work. Mm-hmm. So nah, don't do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it was an instance where I had left boxing. I was doing what I was doing. And then I seen him trying to do the same thing. I'm like, nah. You don't do that. You keep boxing. Because you've been through it already, right? You feel me? You keep boxing and doing that. Like, nah, because don't try to follow what I'm doing because I'm doing something what I shouldn't be doing, but I got to do it because I got stuff I got to take care of at the end of the day.
Life is life.
You feel me? But I felt like he didn't have that. Like, nah, you good. So don't do what I do because, like, these my brothers and we did everything together growing up. They don't like kids. Christmas, like you say, like times was hard. So like Christmas, we had to share gifts.
Facts.
So we all got the PlayStation. We sharing that. John, you get an hour. The next hour, you get an hour. You know what I'm saying? So we did everything together. So it's like once he seen, like when we got a little older, he seen I was doing that. He thinking like, oh yeah, I'm doing that too. Like, nah, it's a separation now. You feel me? You keep being this boxer. Woo. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
But it was like even when I was on the Olympic team though, like shit was hard. Before I got on the Olympic team, shit was hard. Like. Shit, our mama, we used to have to pay for lunch when we went to Alexandria. Our mama and I had a car. I had a car. I was very mature. Like, I was like 16 with a license and shit. So my mama trusted me with giving me a car, no cap, in 12th grade, 17, 18 years old. And she was giving me money for like school lunch. But I'm like, man, I'm gonna just put gas in my shit because that's where my freedom at for real. I'm gonna just be starving all day in school. Fuck it, I'm gonna be starving. Just so I could put gas in my car, so I could just leave when I want, so I could go to the gym, me and my brother be good. I don't gotta be asking people for nothing. So like, Kelvin wasn't seeing that. Kelvin wasn't knowing that at the time. Kelvin living his own life, like he just told me.
I was in Norfolk.
So
he was in Alexandria.
I started, like he said, I just started fucking around just so I could get a little extra shit, cause I'm tired of being hungry in school. So Kelvin like, man, bro, nah, hell nah, don't do that. Woo. So I'm like, bro, what the fuck else you want me to do? So I used to be a bagger in Norfolk at the exchange.
Navy,
what's it called? Navy Exchange. I used to be a bagger, like work for tips type shit. So I'm like, damn, I can just do that shit again. And there's an Air Force base out here. There's more money out here. You get more money. It's not Navy. It's Air Force. They get paid more. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna stop fucking around, and I'm gonna just go that route. So I did. When COVID came back around, though, you know, push the Olympics back, push everybody back for real. And at that time, I'm taking care of my little brother financially. I'm taking care of my mama financially. I'm 19 years old. We living out Crown Point, paying all the bills and shit. So my shit running low as hell. People don't even know, like, my first 3 professional fights, I only got, for 6 rounds, I only got $6,000. Keon debut, he just probably tripled that shit. But I'm getting $6,000. I'm coming back home. I'm like, bro, this shit's nowhere near enough. So I started fucking around again. Like, people think, like, oh, I'm fighting in the Canelo undercard. I'm fighting in the Miami Dolphins Stadium for my pro debut. I'm gonna come back home and get into it, you hear me? I'm going to Dubai, come back from Dubai, I'm getting to it. Kelvin fought me in Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Like, I'm just trying to do, like, we was always that type of people, like, we not gonna go to the streets, we not gonna go rob, or we not gonna go do nothing like that. You gonna try to figure out where to get some money. And out here, just being the typical, you know what I'm saying, just doing the typical, you know, you know what I'm saying, you do that.
Growing up, ain't nobody teach us no credit.
You feel me? We ain't know none of that. We ain't know that shit.
I ain't know nothing about no businesses, no credit, no none of that.
We just know what we seen.
I knew with my peers.
Yeah.
And I knew how they was getting money, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you do it. I was becoming a product of my environment, which I was aware of, but I ain't had no choice. And that's the only thing I knew. Because if I knew how to do something else, I would have, for sure.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But
and the only reason why, 2020, I'm 21, so the only reason why I stopped doing this shit was because eventually they called me back on the Olympic team because I wasn't going to the Olympics. They called me back because they kicked me off the Olympic team. They called me back. So now I'm like, yo, I got a real opportunity to change this whole narrative. When I win this gold medal, like, I could put my brothers in position, put my mom in position. Like, we can be good. So again, just like this homecoming, I felt like I had this shit on my shoulders, like, big ass moment. That was the Olympics. I had to go out there and perform. If I didn't go out there and perform and I came back a fucking bronze medalist or fucking no medalist, you think they would have signed my brothers? It's not about me. I'm not thinking about me. Right. I know I'm gonna get signed regardless. I'm trying to make sure the whole team eat at the end of the day. It's some real shit, you feel me? I'm going out there, I had to fucking perform so the whole team can eat. No cap. I went out there, I stopped the #1 guy from France. He's the #1 guy. He was a world champion. Stopped him. Next day I fought Russia. Damn near stopped him. Fought the toughest. After that, I fought the toughest guy in the tournament. Like, physically tough, strongest. He's stopping guys as well as I'm stopping guys. This is about to be a hell of a fight. Beat his ass, 5-0 decision. You feel me? Came up short in the finals, but the shit was so wet. It wasn't a loss for me. You know what I'm saying? Came out home. Top Rank already knew what time it was. All 3 of us. You hear me? Crazy part about it is, Keon still ain't signed with Top Rank.
To this day.
And he's still on my card. And he's still got way more for his debut than me and Kelvin put together.
So
it's better to be, honestly, in this boxing game, if you move right, it's better to be independent. Devin Haney did it, and look at him now. Like, but like, when Kelvin was out of the game, Kelvin stopped boxing, and we moved to Alexandria, it was only Keyshawn last year for that first year. So after he graduated, he left and went USA Boxing. He traveling the whole world. So I'm at the crib dolo every day. When I wake up, going to school, I wake up in the house by myself. My sister and my mother already at work. When I come home, they still ain't coming from work. I'm home all day until it's time to go to the gym. They take me. I come home from the gym, go to sleep. But like I say, that time, like I just felt real lonely though. Like, I ain't never see nobody. I won't see my brothers, my sister, my mother, until it was time to go home and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I'd say that was one of my really lowest parts. Like,
I ain't even
that's
think
why I
about
had to
that.
really like find myself too. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I really found me. I was just in the house all day, like for years. Keyshawn would come home for like a few weeks, but he had to go right back to camp. So it's like that was like hard for me too, for sure. Like just being alone, like by myself.
Especially when all your life you used to all us being together.
Word.
as one.
We grew up with 10 people in the crib, 3 bedroom, 1 bath.
But I ain't even think of that now that he's saying that. Yeah.
Facts. That's
Keyshawn
tough.
was in the Olympic team in Colorado. I wasn't even boxing. I was still in Norfolk. My sister, a school teacher, and my mama had to go to work. So yeah, he was really by himself, day in and day out. And it's probably routine, you know what I'm saying? Because they going to work every day, and he got to go to school every day.
In the gym.
And yeah,
Luckily, we had Shakur and them out there, though.
facts.
That was
That's
your
what I'm
only
saying.
outlet.
Yeah, like the gym. Lucky I had boxing for real. Like,
Yeah, because without boxing, he would have been home sitting, probably doing nothing.
Shit, when you had that surgery,
then
though, that's what it was.
right. When my second surgery, that's when we moved down to Norfolk, moved back to Norfolk. But without boxing though, man,
Who
all
knows?
us, I don't know where we're gonna be for real. Like, I don't know.
And that's just a testament of what sports can do for you, for real. When it's all said and done, what do y'all want the legacy to be? I mean, you're already walking in it, but
I want people to know it's a family affair for sure. The legacy of the brothers for boxing, and then just a legacy for my whole family as a whole, for sure. Like the Davis family, like I want it to be like, it won't just that one guy. Yeah, he was good. Oh yeah, he was good. Like nah, all 3 of them was good. You know what I'm saying? You never hear that. It's always it's always a Floyd Mayweather, Ali, Manny Pacquiao.
it's 3 of y'all.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And then now I feel like Friday night really marked the start of that.
The
you know what I'm
Davis
saying?
brothers.
Like the Davis brothers. So you even got the Charlo, like, okay, even with the twins, the Charlo twins, they like kind of big in boxing. But it's like, it's 3 of us. And we all 3 are good. It's never been nothing like this. And Friday is definitely the mark of start of something good. For sure. Great, I should say. Not good.
Well, I want to thank y'all for stopping by fresh off your legendary weekend. I feel like I'm part of the legacy too myself.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to
Appreciate you.
inspire
Thank
and just
you.
show light.
Thank you. I want to shout out. So I want to shout out my 2 sisters for sure, Chantel and Shanice, and I adopted sister Felicia. Definitely want to shout them out. Also want to shout out our grandmother that passed, Jackie Washington. She probably would have been in tears seeing that.
You know, probably.
Like she used to be so happy when we come home with our belts. She used to be so happy, like we y'all won again, yeah. You know, I remember her smile and stuff. I definitely want to shout them out. I also want to shout out my mother, of course, Wanda Davis. Like without her, it wouldn't even be no DB3. We wouldn't even be who we are as individuals. You know, we wouldn't even think how we think without our mother being so strong and so for her kids. Like you don't have mothers that's actually, you don't have parents or, you know, just guardians that's just all for the kids. They'd think for them, but they also want to have their fun too. Like our mother was literally just all for her kids, for real. And without that, like we wouldn't be here. So definitely want to shout out my mama for sure, Wanda.
One more thing I'd say, like when our grandmother passed, like, cause we had one of them grandmothers, like everybody in the family loved her from New York. Like she was the grandma, like
The neighborhood.
You know what I'm saying? Like she
The
was
grandma,
yes,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we coming home to her from school every day. She making us beans and franks. That's what she call it. You know what I'm saying? Type. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's, I guess y'all call it beanies and weenies out here. Like, she from New York, so it's different.
But on like, so when she passed, like I'm young. I was still young. I was in the 7th grade. So I can just feel like the family like it changed.
It's separated a little bit. Like
Feels
from
like
New
a-
York to Virginia to Florida, like we just kind of like it fucked us up.
It was like
All
a
of
dark
us.
cloud for sure. And then, like I said, I was young, and then at that time they was keeping us a lot out of, and I felt like I was old enough to be involved in them type conversations. So that kind of hurt me too, because it's like when she passed, it was kind of like out of the blue, because they kept telling me she good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
We
that
seen her
joint-
the day she passed.
Right. That joint scar, and I'm not knowing
Like
the severity.
we left
you
the
know what I'm
hospital
saying?
type shit on some shit like, all right, we'll see you tomorrow. Like woolly woolly woo.
Last time I
They
seen
come
her,
back to the crib, everybody all sad and shit. I'm like, what the fuck going on? Like
Right.
for we was having a great time in the crib. I remember we was playing the game and shit. All our cousins was over and shit. We all had a good time. Everybody came in the crib all sad and shit. What the fuck? When they told us that shit, man, I changed as a person. I went from the happiest brother, happiest cousin, the happiest like soul, to I'm angry as fuck. And I use a lot of that shit Kelvin told me in this camp, last camp. I use a lot of that shit in this sport. That's why, real shit, like, when she died, I changed forever.
everybody changed.
Like you said, love for the sport. I just told Keyshawn, I said, I feel like you use boxing as one of your, like he said, he used boxing as one of his outlets. Feel me?
Yeah.
So in that ring, and I see it in him, like, cause we be joking like, man, you crazy. But when he in that ring, it's like, I see it. Like,
In real life.
For sure.
And then the boxing world don't understand that. They keep hyping up Tank this, Tank that.
That nigga not fucking with me, bro.
It's a different, I feel like Key is a different animal, because not only he's got the skills and the IQ of boxing, this is his outlet. So he putting it all on the line, for sure.
But like you said, you can see it. I had the pleasure of being front row on Friday, and I saw your eye contact with your brothers the entire time. It's like you literally feeding off of them, and that's dope.
Kelvin hyped me up before that shit. Kelvin, you really got me mentally prepared right before the bell rung. No cap. Because I was on some shit like, all right, how I'm going to start off, how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to break his ass down. You were just on some shit like, bro, fuck this nigga, bro. Fuck that nigga. He can't fuck with you, bro. Like he riled up type shit. And Kelvin don't get like that. No cap. Unless I knock him out and he wants some, yeah. He was like that before the shit even started. I'm like, I'm in my head like, damn, kids, we didn't even start yet. Because I know my brother. Like, that nigga turned me up before that bell run, cuz. So I had to let them niggas know, like, oh, you hit me?
It did.
We good.
rounds
We
later.
good.
Nothing, yeah, nothing.
We good.
I felt it. I felt like, I mean, when his fight just started, like, when it first started, because I done seen him in some fights where he like, this nigga going crazy. But, like, I seen he was real comfortable, real relaxed. And then the fight ain't last too long, so you can't really take too much from it. But, like I said, first round, he was just filling them out. He was real comfortable, real relaxed, and you knew that you was levels above this dude for sure off the rip, I feel like, in the beginning. And then after that one round was over, me and Keon was like, oh yeah, he about to knock him out for sure. Like, I'm like, yeah, but he probably get the fans a little show, you know what I'm saying? So we like we trying to call the rounds. We talking to the cameras because the cameras in our face. We calling rounds. We like round 5, round 6, da-da-da-da-da. Man, he get up, that joint was over, man. No bull. I did not think it was gonna go like that.
Me neither.
I thought Limos was tougher than that for sure. Cause we watching video and stuff like that, but I'm starting to realize that yeah, they can do all that stuff to these other opponents.
Facts.
But when they get in here with us, they ain't never seen no shit like this. For sure. Because they was doing that with doing that with Keyshawn Williams. Oh, he came in 20 pounds heavier, this, not the third. He only lost to one person, this, not the third. And look what Keyshawn just did to him. I'm in the fighters meeting, they talking about some, yeah, your opponent got 10 knockouts out of his 15 wins. He got this power, this, and that power. Man, that nigga ain't had no real power. Like, I done felt power harder than his, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, they be hyping these guys up, but they ain't never fought nobody like us, you know what I'm saying? They can do all that on those other guys, yeah, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? But when you get in front of me, it's a whole different ball game, you know what I'm saying? So I was just starting to like
really see this shit
really
for what it
see
is.
it, you know what I'm saying?
For
And
really what it is.
going through it and experiencing it is just better for sure. For sure.
Once again, I want to wrap things up and say thank y'all for sharing y'all story. Thank y'all for stopping by. Thank y'all for what y'all have done for the 757 community, just to show that it can be done in the sport. No matter what you play, we all won. We all come from the same place, and is truly something in the world, as y'all can see.
For sure.
So
DB3,
thank you so
man.
much.
DB3,
Did I create a safe space for y'all?
For sure. For
sure.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I hope
sure.
there's an athlete out there that got inspired by this, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.
Y'all come tap in, man. Come tap in, man. One of the best podcasts out here, man. Stop
Let's get
playing,
it.
man. For sure.
Let's get it.